The shortest word. What do we have to do? We have to create a function and we get a string of words as an argument and we have to return the length of the shortest word. The strings will never be empty and you don't need to account for different data types. Okay, let's go. So here we are. And when we iterate through the string, we get individual letters when we have a string type. Let me showcase that. For letter in string, print letter. There we have it. And that's not so handy when you want to calculate the length of the shortest word. So what we have to do is to convert the string to a list. And we can do that as follows. Print the string and then use the split method, dot split. And that will make sure that we get a list of all the individual words splitted at every space by default. Here we have it. And here we can work with. Let's assign it to a new variable as underscore list, for example. And now we can iterate through the words. So for word in string list, print the words. Yeah. And how can we get the length of the words? Well, with length and then pass in the argument. That would be word. And as you can see, here we have the individual words and their respective length. And as you can see, the minimal length is 2. And that is the value that we have to return. But how do we return that? First of all, we have to have a starting point. Let's say that our starting point is actually the first index. Which is 5 characters long. Let's call it starting point, and that will be equal to the string list, and then the first index, which is 0. So when we print starting, or more precise starting point, and the length of the starting point, we get 5. Yeah, 5. So again, we have to iterate through the list for word in string list. And then we have to build in a condition. If the length of the word is less than the starting point, the value of 5 in this case, then we should replace the value of starting point by the length of the word. So every time it runs into a value that's actually lower than the value that's stored in starting point, it will be replaced. So let's return the starting point, and that should be 2. We have an error here, type error. Oh, I see it. The type error is about a conflict between instances of integers and strings. That's because I forgot to take the length of the first value. And there we have it, 2. So yeah, that should work out. Let's paste it in and test our luck. There we go. Submit. If this has been helpful, please consider dropping a like. Hope to see you in another video. Ciao.